Thank you for that. Yeah, so I am Angelica, and my presentation is going to be in a poetry format. All men are created equal, but I still fear that I do not speak safely. All men are created equal, but I fear that when I dance with dictionaries, I am silenced by swords. All men are, all men are, all men. I hope my words will grab at least one out of the 100 out of the fear and let them see I in cipher, the art and artificial, or the life and lifer, the love and slovenly, the drive and driveling. But our language has never let me find myself in all men. I am often silenced by the gaveling of all the swords of English. In between each sword, there is a single word. I cling on to that word in between all the swords that knife and seduce, the swords that choose and abuse, the swords that have an ironic, sweet speech speak the slowest nonsense as it translates into poetry, then slices me. In between the swords is a word, and I will find the human who said it first. They who saw the word for its beauty and found the foundation of thought, the I am and iambic, the draw of drawing, the rose of prose. Words can help me find the human in rehumanized. I forgot the S that is placed in front of the words, but then I run into the swords again and I see the pain in painting, the love in pullover, the pass in passion, the obstruction of each double-edged defeat. I find again and again the us in dust, the us in exhaust, and us, the word inside swords, the us that can crush us. All men are created equal. The us thought that there was only man in mankind, man-made, man-power. I thought we were human, including humanity. I want to speak English safely. I have run away from the swords until they have sliced my body in shorts. Swollen by a scowl I love to call the gouge of language, I am othered by English, rendered invisible like the word in the very sword that sunk me into the cage that is our alphabet. I have forgotten about the letters A through Z, rinsing and recycling only 8 to spell beautiful, silently. I had left language in the dust that has left us, the way I had only spoke a disabled person, but not a person with disability, schizophrenic, but not a person with schizophrenia, amputee, but not a person with amputation. These words were at the ease of innovation can silence me with only the ease of vocabulary defining a disease as a person. Sometimes I feel that I will worsen life with the words, that I will be stung by swords, my poetry will be molded into horrid past that I will be blinded by. My sky will fold onto itself and all I will see is the pale baby white clouds asking me if I can spell my name in the fluff of imagination. I found the angel in Angelica, the angelic in Angelica, the sky in my last name. I had to open more than my eyes to dig out the word home in poetry, though it might not have been invisible to the English sedation. The word between two swords can be left unseen in double-edged defeat, wondering if the person we see in the supersonic is of our own words, or is it too unheard for our thoughts, lost in translation. So that was my first poem. Thank you. Yeah, and this is going to be my second, and this is what it's called, also called Dear Language. Dear language, tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable, nous étions formidables. I'll convince myself that this is love beyond the boundaries of language, but we all know that you stole the breath from my lips I needed to breathe on. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable, but muscles and memory do not speak gently the way I wish that you do. I'll have a grenade in my hand so you can finally see I have nothing left in my life aside from my ability to speak. I have a grenade in my hand so maybe when breaths tick away, you'll want to stay to talk to me. J'étais formidable, my French is soft, feeling was my first language. Flower pot crushing millions of humans on a beach, zombies dying from brains with all their hunger pains, the world's exploding, there's only a few remains. What if no one spoke and all that we saw were eyes of the shadows of jaws? Would we all be trapped in this cold parade? Это как я говорю. Until I was 2, I didn't speak a word of English. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable, nous étions formidables. Love is quiet as it is loud in any language. I am trilingual, but all the pain in the world cannot ever be seen in a thesaurus, cannot be felt in French and merged in English. There is no redemption in Russian. I used to think I was silver-tongued, cannot leave you twisted for words. But in reality, I don't even have a bronze medal in speech. I am formidable. Voilà mes mots. Here are my words. I'm always afraid it is not enough. Infection. What if the zombies were infected with a viral vocabulary? Words like mononucleosis, hyperboles like HPV, separation of disgust, and you have the audacity to call this vanity? I am formidable in any language. Birds and bees and the boats, formidable scenery, beauty beyond words, honeybirds and ocean rings. You bring me to such helplessness that I have to still use these words to describe how speechless I am. Dear words, 12:34, but I feel like it's morning already. 9:34 in Paris, 10:34 in Moscow. We are never feeling the same. Love is painful when you can't speak it. You can only seek it and wait on it, hoping an artist will someday paint on it and say 5 simple words. I know what you mean. Walking back home, wondering how you made me stronger, how I hope to shape you to express what I need. Dear words, you are all that I need. I wish I could describe to you ideally my home, the sunset, the stones, the life, the cannery. But in reality, home is in those breaths where you convince me that we are still formidable. Instead of me wondering, dear words, will you ever leave me entirely? Thank you.